Okay, what up? What up? All right, so I'm sure that um, you guys are wondering why my background changed. This is my first live stream in a different country, so it is 7 p.m. here. So I'm trying to knock this out before I go get. So I just wanted to really react to this chapter because I've heard amazing things. Plus, we have break week next week. So I'm just trying to get this in while I can because we're going to have a little bit to wait. And I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of theories based off this because after the cliffhanger of last episode, I can only imagine. I'm just making sure that all my stuff is ready to roll. It should be. So I'm going to jump right in because I don't have a ton of time, and I'm going to start reading this bad boy. All right. Chapter 1073, Miss Buckingham Stussy. Leading right into it, I see. The cover story looks like Judge, Queen, and Caesar looking at Vegapunk, and he's got like a really weird look on his face, and they're all shocked. And it says, German 66 Cold-Blooded Voyage awarded the Ibel Peace Prize for developing the GP flower, a flower that blooms in gunpowder. And it shows two tanks in the background shooting at each other, and nothing but flowers comes out. Very interesting. It's actually kind of funny because like it was supposed to be Mads the lab of peace, but we know that they all like developed like weapons of mass destruction basically. So let's see here. Oda's notes. I want to see Ado-san live with Nakata-san, Vondi, and Orisaka-san. Man, what an incredible vocal range. It was amazing. So Ado was the voice of Uta, so I guess that was his first time seeing her live, which that's pretty crazy, but that's cool that he went to see her. All right, Lucci's reaction to betrayal. Lucci says Kaku and looks over at Stussy and says, this is a bitter pill to swallow, and Stussy's just kind of laughing at him. And then he goes to use finger pistol and just completely like hits like an after image of her almost. And she says paper arts, heartbreak, after image. So when you don't understand, your first instinct is to go for the kill. Yeah, exactly. That is his first instinct. She says, my, you're so wild. Wait a minute. And it looks like she like jabs him with like a lipstick or something, and he says sea stone, and then she chomps down on him, and even the bird Hitori or whatever like flies off. He's like, I don't want none of that. Lucci says, you bitch. And Stussy says, I know how strong you guys are. Fighting you fair and square would have been stupid. Forgive me. Wow, she drops Lucci. And Brooke says, what? Just a moment? What is this? Why are the CP0 agents at each other's throats? Zoro says, friendly fire, huh? And she grabs the Denden Mushi, but it has like a world government logo on it. And she says, this is Stussy. I put them both to sleep. And then one of the Vegapunk says, that's fantastic news. Stussy came through. York, pull it together. Usopp said, huh? What's going on? Rob Lucci was beaten. No doubt he was taken by surprise. Her loyalty to me was kept secret even after she spent 20 years of their agents. So she was the one that they contacted. Oh man. All those people, man. Scopper, Gabon, and everything. Even myself. I was going crazy with it too. You had a mole in the intelligence branch? It wasn't our intention, but that's how it turned out. Doctor, unfortunately, my authority level is the same as Lucci's, so I can't override his order and stop the Seraphim. You've done plenty, Stussy. We're on our way. Zoro says, we need to stop those runs before they flatten the others. Right. And is it just me, or do those kids look familiar? And Zoro says, I know, especially that one. So I wonder if I mean, it looks like Jinbei and Kuma. So, I mean, I guess Kuma, but at the same time, it's like the one that should look familiar is as Hawk. Okay. Lilith comes through, says, Phooey, they won't stop blowing holes in the lab. Though I suppose we can use those. Lilith says, and I'm out. Hey, Seraphim, listen. Wait. Oh, shit, here we go. But it's still targeting her. And then all of a sudden, Zoro clashes with it. On closer inspection, you're not the same. You actually have a spark of humanity still. Oh, wow. And, yo, is that Mihawk Seraphim sweating, dude? Sweating? No way. But he does push Zoro back. He says, what the hell are you? Lilith says, that was a shock. Edison says, leave it to me. Seraphim, quit it. Stop fighting immediately. And, oh wait, the blast was still heading for him. And it says, Edison, no, he can't be. And Lilith jumps down and says, Sanji said, you looking for this? That was close. Lilith says, Edison. So I don't think that, LOL, I was preparing to say a different room. You're in yeah, I'm in a different country. It's not just the room. The time difference is wild. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super jet lagged. I'm exhausted. But I saw the One Piece chapter dropped and I'm like, oh shit, I might as well commit quick. So, okay, and then the Seraphim stand down. And it says, the Seraphim finally listened. Can someone tell me what these things are? It looks like Stussy is communicating and says, Shaka, I've bound Lucci and Kaku with Sea Stone. Much obliged, Stussy. We're leaving the island. You should come with us. She said, understood. Usopp says, hey, you can't keep adding people. Dude, they're going to have a packed house, man. Shit, they're going to need another boat. Luffy says, hey, Bonnie, where'd you go? Old man Punk, we can't leave without you. A truly unexpected development. Old man. Dr. Vegapunk's main Stella body has vanished. This is already insane. I know Oda, man. He's going to drop that craziness on me. Sphinx in the New World. Whitebeard's hometown. Marco. It was so scary. Not for me. I wasn't scared. There were Marines all over the place. Marco says, I'm real sorry, kids. I didn't mean to leave you in such a bad spot. It's not your fault, Marco. Those Marine meanies were the worst. They said they were here for Whitebeard's treasure. They were just like pirates. I'm trying to see who that Marine is. I know it's not him, but it almost looks like the Marine that was super shitty on Nami's island when he was constantly taking bribes from Arlong. If you play nice, you won't get hurt, okay? No, he definitely is different. He still has the whiskers like him, but he's got a different face. Remember, this place isn't government affiliated. You have no legal rights. Whitebeard must have kept all his treasure here. If you don't tell us, we'll consider it an act of defiance. I could shoot you all one by one if you think that'll make you more talkative. There's no treasure here. Stop pointing that gun at my little brother. You really won't treat us as fellow humans just because we can't pay the government? You monsters. The Marine said, are you sure it's wise to act tough when Marco's not around? Hold her still. Wow, they're gonna take the granny? Stop it, please. Granny. He says, steady. Please, stop this. She's just an old lady. Granny. Oh, shit. And in comes Weevil. No way. See, I thought he might be at Sphinx Island, and it would make sense because Bakken wants the treasure, right? She wants Whitebeard's treasure, and they're hunting down all the old Whitebeard pirates, which is... And this means that if this is mentioned in this chapter, this means that the fact that he's a failed clone, those stocks are going up. Stay away from Pappy's home. Captain Rattel. It's Edward. Weevil. Warships were meant to hunt down the warlords. Now they're disbanded.